Ongoing. If something is ongoing, it's continuing. It's happening now, or it's happening at the same time that something else is happening. When Charles went to the doctor, he complained about an ongoing cough. U.S. involvement in the war in Afghanistan has been ongoing for over 15 years. No one knows, but Rachel and Jim have had an ongoing relationship for the last few months. An ongoing construction project is causing major traffic delays in our neighborhood. There's an ongoing investigation into allegations of tax fraud at that company. An ongoing election has people paying more attention to the news than they would normally. Onion. An onion is a root vegetable that is used for cooking and providing flavor to food. Do you like onions? Most onions are round. Yellow onions have a thin, crispy covering that is removed before cooking. People like to cook with onions because they enhance the flavor of food. Some onions are red. The tops of the onion can be used in cooking. Green onions are sometimes preferred because they have a mild flavor. Onions are chopped or sliced before they are used for cooking. You can saute onions in butter or oil. Some onions are strong. They are so strong they can make a person cry. Onions have layers or rings. We rarely eat onions raw or by themselves, but they make a very good soup. Have you ever had French onion soup? Only. The word only creates some kind of a limit. There's only one banana left. We can only stay for a couple of hours. He only has $3 in his pocket. You can drive only 25 miles per hour in this area. This word is applied when a situation is good. This car is only $4,500. We're only a few minutes late. The flight only lasted an hour. It's only 10 o'clock. We have time to go somewhere. But sometimes the situation is not so good. We're the only ones here at this party. I don't want to wake up. It's only 5 in the morning. You're too young to drive if you're only 14 years old. She was only 35 when she died. There are many, many different situations in which only might be used. He's the one and only. If only we could save enough money. If only that were true. If only. He's an only child. This is for you and you only. You're only going to make matters worse. Ooze. When something oozes, it comes out slowly, or it flows in a slow, thick mass of liquidy substance. There's some thick, oily stuff oozing from my engine. Mud oozed onto the highway following the storm. Mucus is oozing from the boy's nose. I think he's sick. A little bit of blood oozed through the bandage that was placed on the woman's injured leg. Sweat oozed from all over the runner's body after the race was over. This word is also used in a figurative sense. His brain is oozing with knowledge. Young women ooze with desire for the members of One Dimension. The football players are oozing with confidence following their most recent victory. Open. The word open can be used as an adjective or as a verb. The door is open. In this sentence, open is an adjective. Someone opened the door. In this sentence, open is a verb in the past tense. This is a basic word in English. However, there are many different and interesting ways to use it. Look at the examples below. She wants to open her own business and make a lot of money. I need to open these letters. Do you have a letter opener? My boss is a very open person. He tells his employees what's on his mind. Everyone knows what he thinks. Joe needs to open a savings account at the bank. They're having an open house this weekend. She's an open-minded person. She's willing to consider different possibilities. Every morning, Maria opens the newspaper and has a cup of coffee as she reads about the day's events. Open your book and turn to page 325. Hunting season opens in November. To use open as a noun, add ing. There's an opening in the fence where the rabbits are getting through and coming into the yard. This company has many job openings right now. Bob saw an opening and took advantage of it. Operate. There are a few different ways to use the word operate. However, the basic meaning is to do something or to use a machine, or a tool. Do you know how to operate a digital camera? Can you operate a car that has a manual transmission? The CIA operates in countries all over the world. My uncle operates a farm with over 300 acres. The doctor who operated on a man with gunshot wounds saved the man's life. The word operation is a noun. It's used for medical procedures, planned situations, and the skilled use of machines. The doctor performed an operation. Several operations were necessary to cure the patient. The military operation lasted for several days. The operation of this machine will require some training. A person can be an operator, but this word is usually used for a person who answers phone calls at a large company or transmits phone calls to the proper location. The operator helped Antonio place a call to Italy. An operator answered when someone called 911. Opinion. An opinion is a personal belief about a situation or an idea. The quality or strength of an opinion is dependent on the person who gives it. Here are some different ways that people ask for opinions. I'd like you to give me your opinion on something. Do you have an opinion on this subject? What's your opinion? Would you mind sharing your opinion? Notice that certain verbs are used with the word opinion: give, form, have, and share. I have an opinion on that. I have no opinion. Let me share my opinion. It's taken some time to form an opinion on this. My friend Gary is always giving his opinion. People are sometimes hesitant to give their opinions. It's okay to give voice to your opinions in class. The word opinionated is an adjective. An opinionated person loves his or her opinion so much that it can result in conflict with other people who don't care to listen to the opinions given. Dexter is so opinionated. He refuses to listen to the opinions of people who disagree with him. It's hard to have a conversation with my neighbor because he's so opinionated. Don't be so opinionated. Try to consider this issue with an open mind. Opposite. The word opposite is used to describe something that is extremely different from another thing, or it's on the other side of a thing. In these examples, opposite is an adjective. On the opposite side of the room is the door. Betty is sitting on one side of the table. Harold is sitting on the opposite side. China is on the opposite side of the world from the United States. The goalie kicked the ball to the opposite side of the field. What's the opposite meaning for the word interesting? The word opposite is also a noun. The opposite of safe is dangerous. The opposite of old is young. The opposite of easy is difficult. These words are opposites. Ali and Sophia are opposites. He's not at all a religious person, but she is. They say that opposites attract. Related to the word opposite is the verb oppose. To oppose is to say no or disagree. The students are opposed to going to school on Saturday. Taxpayers said they were opposed to spending more money on an expanded highway. I'm opposed to that. The word opposition is a noun or an adjective. This word is used to refer to people who have opposing points of view or to a thing that is opposite. Democrats and Republicans in the United States are often in opposition to each other. Public opposition to the proposal was quite strong. Their team faces strong opposition this year. Optimism. Optimism is a feeling that a situation will improve. You think that things will get better. There's faith in the people around you or in your own abilities to change things. The opposite of optimism is pessimism. A healthy amount of optimism is good for your spirit. The players on the team are full of optimism despite the winning record of their opponents. Sandra is brimming with optimism today. If it were not for the optimism of their leaders, the soldiers would not have made it out alive. The adjective form of this word is optimistic. I'm optimistic that things will get better. Are you feeling optimistic today? Patrice is optimistic about her chances of paying off her credit card by next year. Our company is optimistic that sales will eventually improve and pull us out of our current slump. Jerry views his situation more optimistically than others. A person who is optimistic is called an optimist. You have to be an optimist if you are going to start a business. It's a good thing that Christine is an optimist because her situation right now isn't very good. Optimists are more fun to be around than pessimists. An optimist has a sunny disposition. Oral. The word oral is used when discussing things done with or for the mouth. A routine oral examination is done by a dentist who checks for cancer or other diseases of the mouth. Brushing and flossing your teeth daily is necessary for good oral hygiene. Nadine needs oral surgery to fix something that's wrong with a tooth. It's said that some people who like to smoke or are always chewing gum have an oral fixation. People who don't like injections might prefer to have medicine administered orally. An oral presentation is a requirement in some English classes. The teacher is going to give an oral quiz to students today. Vanessa is preparing for her orals this week. Order. One way to use the word order is when asking for something or giving a command. In these sentences, order is a verb. I'd like to order a burger and fries. Our office usually orders equipment from the Acme Company. Isabel always orders the same thing when she goes out for lunch. The general ordered his troops to attack the other army. Let's order some Chinese food to go. In these sentences, order is a noun. I'd like to place an order, please. The order for supplies is late. The general gave an order. The troops must obey his order. Ordering food on the internet is easy to do. We're still waiting for our order. The word order is also used when describing a sequence. What happens first, second, third, etc. The names on the list are in alphabetical order. The order of events during the accident was not easy to recall. Your call will be answered in the order it was received. There are a few other ways to use this word. The vending machine is out of order. The judge told the defendant that he was out of order. In order to solve this problem, the two sides will have to work together. Stop ordering me around. ordinary. If something is ordinary, it's average. There isn't anything unusual or unique about it. This word is similar to typical or normal. The houses on this block are ordinary. Many of them look alike. Sarah prefers to wear ordinary clothes to work because she doesn't want to attract attention to herself. It was just another ordinary day until Ahmed got a flat tire, and then everything went downhill from there. Instead of getting an ordinary haircut, he decided to go with a mohawk. The adverb form of this word is ordinarily. Ordinarily, Barb works during the week, but today she's working on the weekend. Summer in the United States is ordinarily hot, but last summer was extraordinary. Dr. Jensen ordinarily works with patients who are children because he works in the pediatric ward. Original. If someone or something is original, it's unique, first, or new. That's an original design for a house. Her ideas are original and very inspiring. This song is not very original. I've heard something like it before. Modern artists take an original approach to art. The Cloud Gate sculpture in Chicago is an original and fascinating piece of public art. This house was designed by the original owner. The original settlers in this area arrived over 1,000 years ago. This is a copy of the letter. Where's the original? The original 13 colonies in the United States became states after independence from England. The word originally is an adverb. What country are you from originally? This old building was originally a single-family home. Now it's a museum. Originally, Tad wanted a career in medicine, but he changed his mind and became an architect instead. Other. Use the word other when there is one thing, one person, or one group in addition to something else. I have 2 apples. This apple is red. The other apple is green. Tom has 3 sons. One of his sons likes to play baseball. The other 2 like to play football. These loaves of bread aren't fresh. The other loaves are okay. On the other side of the street, there's a bank. We use 3 books for this class. 2 of the books are for reading. The other book is a workbook that students can take home with them. Just the other day, we were at the beach and watching the sunset. These trees look healthy. The others don't look so good. The word other is different from the words others and another. I hope this video will help you learn about the differences. Ouch. The word ouch is an interjection used when a person experiences pain. An interjection is a one-word exclamation of emotion, so it functions differently from the other 7 parts of speech, usually punctuated with an exclamation point. Ouch, that hurts. Ouch, that's hot. Ouch, that's too expensive. The boy said ouch when the nurse stuck a needle in his arm. Ouch. The word ouch can be changed to another part of speech, but then it's not a word that is accepted as a real word. In this case, children or the parents of small children might be heard saying the following: I've got ouchies. This plant gave me an ouchie. That cactus looks ouchy. Similar to the word ouch is the word ow. Ow, that hurts. Ow, stop doing that. Outcome. An outcome is a result. I missed the end of the game. What was the outcome? Everyone was very surprised by the outcome. We're still waiting for the outcome of the experiment. All the money that was invested in the mission could not guarantee a positive outcome. Outcomes for these projects are dependent on the time and effort that go into them. Outcomes in education can be measured by tests. What kind of an outcome do you expect by going to college? There is a difference between equal opportunities and equal outcomes. There is no guarantee of a positive outcome. Outdo. To outdo is to act, behave, or perform in a manner that is better than in the past. The simple form of this verb is outdo. The past tense is outdid. The past participle is outdone. Walter and Gabriel are always trying to outdo each other. Simone hopes to outdo her last performance. Jeff really outdid himself with his guitar solo. It was brilliant. We outdo the competition at every level. Our team hopes it will not be outdone by the other teams leading up to the championship games. Our students outdid themselves once again with their high test scores. The word outdo is often used in a sarcastic manner when a person's performance or behavior is below expectations. The following examples express disappointment or unhappiness in what someone has done. You've really outdone yourself. It's hard to believe that he outdid himself once again. Just when we thought they couldn't possibly outdo themselves, they go ahead and do it. Outer. The adjective outer is used to describe an area that is on the outside of a location or a thing. The outer covering of a peach is soft and fuzzy. The outer part of the ear helps the inner part of the ear receive sound. Some people believe that aliens have visited our planet from outer space. The outer suburbs of Chicago extend into Wisconsin and Indiana. We attended a rock concert on the outer banks of the river. People who live on the outer fringes of society may see the world from a unique perspective. Your friends all say it's fine,